Hi everyone, welcome to Marianne's Mystic Mansion. I'm Marianne. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I love being here with you. I am pumping out these January readings. And today I'm reading for the sign of the beautiful air sign of Aquarius. And I'm prior to your reading, I had a conversation with you, as I always do. I always talk to the particular sign in question and the one I will be speaking with and sharing the energies with, and oh my gosh, I got really excited. I feel really excited for you, Aquarius, because it's a time like none other. I know every year is in some way, it's true. Every day is, every moment is, right? But this is absolutely different because, we have, Pluto in your sign, Aquarius. So this is your first house. For the last 14 years, and then a lot longer, and if you look back into history and so forth, in and out and so forth, Pluto's been in the sign of Capricorn, and that wasn't terrible for you at all. No, it was a lot better for you perhaps, but as an air sign versus Earth, it's more challenging. It's considered a square versus a trine, and so, but this is you. This is probably a lot of you watching. Certainly, I'm hoping I'll be alive the next 20 years, but it's not a given, right? I mean, it never is a given, but as my age, I'd be super blessed to be alive for 20 more years. And with this influence to leave this planet, oh man, that makes me so happy because I'm a fellow air sign. I'm not an Aquarius, but there is a trine, and it's just a matter of time. And like I said, cycles are what astrology are really about. So I get excited reading for you. And when I was thinking and doing the meditation about you and speaking to you, red came out for the color and the vibration, okay? And yes, it relates to the root chakra. We've had that come up actually when I do the chakra check for your readings. I always do prior. It's a beautiful, strong, confident energy. Now Aquarius, you're ruled by Uranus, so that is the planet. I believe it's stationing forward. Gosh, I hope I'm right about this. I want to say on the 30th. I think I'm correct about that though. And it's been retrograde since last September, I believe. So it happens every year. There's a lot of planets that go into retrograde the last 3 months of the year, and then they start to slowly come out the first 3 months again. Remembering that the legitimate beginning of the year in astrology, certainly Western astrology, is in March for Aries, who ushers in the season of spring and the newness and the beginning again and the lighter days. And that energy is just, whew, it's one of my favorite times at Paul. But, I digress. This energy meant to me that you feel pretty fired up. And even still, we had your polar opposition, Leo, meaning it's 6 planets away from you, either side. This is another sign that will always be kind of a part of you, even if you don't have Leo placements, which everybody does in some way, because the houses represent every sign, so there's that. But this, to simplify it, right here, here's the astrological wheel with all the signs. And here you are, Aquarius. And once again, the opposition will be Leo. Now, Mars has been hanging out for a long time. It does it every 2 years. It started in Cancer, I want to say in August, really. I believe it was. And then it was, it was direct. No, it wasn't August. I believe it was more like the latter part of September, because when it went into Cancer, which is my 10th house, everything just went boop, and it started really popping, because that's your house of reputation and work and stuff like that. But this is your polar opposition. And when it went into Leo, I think you really felt that energy. You were just like, I got this. I have all of these ideas. I'm finishing up 2024 with a real sense of direction and purpose. And, we had actually Pluto dip into your sign back and forth a little bit this past year anyway. So yeah, you're ready, and you feel that spirit, you feel that strength. You may have Leo in your sign, but anyway, then it went into retrograde. When it went into retrograde, you were just like, your energy probably just really lessened, and you thought, oh no, I may have to rethink this, because I'm not feeling I have the energy to do much, let alone get off the couch and, and whatever, because not to say that everybody's on the couch, I apologize. But when it gets darker earlier, there's not a lot I feel that people feel as energized to do. It's colder. You just want to snuggle up, and the day seems shorter because, you don't want to do as much. And so that happened. But then we have it retrograding into Cancer starting tomorrow, which is the 6th of January. That's a whole different vibe. That's about family and about those that you love and the people that you care a lot about. So you might notice that switch. You might feel a very emotional side to you, because the full moon in Cancer is also happening on the 13th and 14th. And that's definitely emotion, but it's watery and it's receptive and it's extremely intuitive. So you may really have leveled up on the intuition hits and just knowing stuff, and reading people's minds. It's like, oh yeah, it just comes so naturally. And there's another really real understandable reason for that. Pisces, the water sign, that is just one of the most spiritual signs. It's the 12th house, the 12th sign of the zodiac. It's so incredibly intuitive and psychic, and it's very interested in all the aspects of life that they're not necessarily seen, but they're certainly felt and drawn to this psychic, all this other worldly kind of things happen with Pisces. I hope I'm making sense. Well, Venus went into Pisces on the 2nd of January. So in addition to the heightened awareness and psychic abilities that's going to happen throughout the whole year and for about 18 months, because the North Node, which is when the eclipses, work on the nodes, it's changing from Aries North Node, Libra North Node to Pisces North Node, Virgo South Node. Totally, totally different. Beautiful, healing, creative, releasing things that are maybe a little bit too judgmental and critical with the Virgo, and very much about our bodies, and really recognizing the power that we have. And if we're taking good care of ourselves, we can do so much more. And that's really going to be in the limelight for you, Aquarius, and for all of us to different degrees and ways. It's a general reading. So I'm kind of over the map, but I hope you understand just what a beautiful, incredible, transformational time this is for all of us, but for you, Aquarians. So then we have your new moon. You're a new moon on the 29th of January, which is just after, your sun sign, or your sun. What am I trying to say? I'm losing it completely at this point, but your sun season. Okay, that's your birthday. That's your solar return. And that's from the 19th through, I believe, about the 19th of January to the 20th of February. So there's just, it's innovative energy. It's, powerful. Let's work as a group. Let's work as a collective. Let's find truth and justice and fairness. And let's be strong about our convictions to make these changes and not stick with the old tried and true ways, okay? Uranus is out of the box thinking, very, very technical, savvy, incredible things happening in that, AI and so on and so forth. Wow, it's just, I get excited thinking about it. So from this very nurturing, soft energy of the water, which is really beautiful, because we all have that in us, as air signs like you, Aquarius, and myself. We detach it, though. We have things to do and places to go, people to see, so it's there, but we kind of keep it at bay when we're trying to focus and use our intellect and our air quality of our minds. That's really how we run our lives, whereas water is all about our emotions and how we're feeling and thinking. That's how they, you have You may have water in your chart, so you can say we too. You're so much more than your sun sign. If you are watching this and you think, I did not know that. Well, do yourself a favor and look up your natal chart, because there's 12 planets from the moment you're born. And there's that snapshot, right? Including the ascendant or the rising right across, directly across from, the horizon from your sun. That's so important as to who you are. It's how people see you. It's the part of you that isn't necessarily wanting to, or maybe rebellious about your destiny and everything, but it ends up being there. It ends up showing itself. It's so clear to me with the Pisces rising that's really come more into play in the last decade, and not much before that, even though I knew that it was there. It's a fascinating study. I recommend it highly to everybody. It's a cycle. It's knowing things. It's forewarned, forearmed. Everybody gets affected differently a lot of times by the same energy for so many reasons. But Aquarius, it's on. It's time for you to really stand strong. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. And Mercury did go direct on the 3rd, the shadow and everything. So this is just me. Maybe just a little tired. Don't know. But hopefully you'll bear with me and forgive me for that. Yeah, beautiful things. What else can I say? Well, let's find out what your chakra check is for the day, okay? Because that's really important. These are the, energy centers. If you're not familiar, most everybody who watches channels like mine tend to know, but there's always new people, and I love that. I love being here to share with you some of the vital things that keep us alive and working, and sometimes we don't realize what all those are, and they're definitely our chakra centers. So there's 7, and actually 8, according to my beautiful cards of this is my color intuition, and it has so much knowledge and information. If they sell these anymore, I've had this about 15 years, but I decided for my new channel and my new brand and everything, I was going to bring out more focus on energy and color, because everything is energy, and then our chakras. So I'll pick one out that Spirit wants you to know about. I put it under here, and I just shuffle it as I go along, and there's only 8. But this could be something you can focus on, and maybe if there's nothing happening and you're not feeling blocked in any way, just allowing it to just be even stronger, and focus on it. I do a mantra every day for every single chakra. It takes like 3 or 4 minutes to open up every one, removing blocks and so forth. And it just makes me feel so centered and so whole, because it's about a holistic aspect. It's not one thing or not, it's everything in one. And there you have the yellow solar plexus, Leo, right? But the yellow, the sun, the energy, the confidence, the self-confidence that holds us is right here. It's just above the belly button, right in the, right here. It's just like, and if you feel less than, just focus on this area and say, I've got this. I have that strength. We all do, and knowing that is so important. So let me read to you what it says for this particular beautiful chakra. It is the 3rd chakra. So 3 is about growth and expansion. And, my body and personality are in harmony. That's that holistic I mentioned. I am strong, confident, and centered. I know who I am and the purpose for which I am here. Yes. Say that over and over, and just watch your body and the energy field. It just changes. And that's what people receive, and that's what's going to motivate you and continue to propel you forward. Okay, so then I like to incorporate, of course, the actual crystal that's associated with all the chakras in color and in their ability to help heal and protect. And they're phenomenal. I love crystals, always have. This particular gift came with a necklace, 2 necklaces that I can, alternate, one being the black rope and this being this beautiful brown I decided to use today. And so what we have for the 3rd chakra crystal is going to be the Tiger Eye Stone, one of my favorites. It's kind of cool. I'll show you the one I have that came with this beautiful gift set. And it's so, I hope you can see it and the lighting's okay, but they tend to have these like different markings and spirals, and some of them have the circular aspect that it looks like an actual tiger's eye. So there you are again with the tiger and the Leo reference. But like I said, it is your polar opposition. So this is synchronistic because that's what spirit does. And that's why I love doing readings and sharing these messages with you. So we're going to put this in this necklace and I'm going to wear it to infuse your reading. And we're going to do a shorter version reading just because I'm a little behind and I definitely want to get them out today for sure. But just know, there's really no behind. Whenever you watch these or listen to these are very appropriate. And we haven't really, the energy from the new moon that happened in Capricorn on the 30th and 31st is still very strong with us for another week or more. The full moon is coming still, I mentioned, in Cancer. And remember, Cancer is ruled by the moon. So that's one of the more potent, strong, I would say, positive influence of having a moon in Cancer, and digging and recognizing and feeling your emotions and allowing them to happen and opening that heart to receive and give love, especially with Pisces. Okay, that you're going to notice it, and you may want to be more, you may change your spiritual beliefs this year in the next 18 months, and recognize how much we really are connected and want to work towards unification and uniting and inclusion and the wonderful things that I love and believe to this very moment that can happen, even if it takes some time. So I'll move this aside. The readings are a little shorter, like I said, and I'm going to be using this really cool new deck I got. And this is my first time to use it in January. It is called the Small Spells Tarot deck. And it is by Rachel Howe, for those that are interested. I love it a lot. I love the purple-haired figure on the deck, of course. And interestingly enough, a lot of them, I noticed, have illustrations that have snakes. Well, it's a snake year in Chinese astrology, starting on the 29th of February. That's their new year. And it is a 9 year, 2025 numerology. Equals to 9, so this is about completions. Now, last year was a lot about releasing and letting go and having to say goodbye, and I can affirm that absolutely in my life, and many people that I've done readings for and, had, clients are just, it's phenomenal, right, when you really think about it. Although it happens all the time, it was very strongly pronounced last year, and then this year, even though it's completion, it's like it's already completed. So it's just about that new beginning, that new road that, has led you from the moment you were born to this time. And I think it's fantastic. So the first 3 cards are going to be recent, past, present, and future. And then I will clarify with 3 cards and then end with an oracle message. Okay, Aquarians? And thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all that support me. It's the best thing you can do is to like, subscribe, follow me, comment, and just, it's greatly appreciated. It's super supportive. It's free. I'm reading for free right now. I do have readings that I will be doing and they will be paid for, and you can, I'll have all that in the descriptions below. Right now, there is one way to do that, and that is through my website at Pure Massage Therapies. I actually do readings in person and have for a long time. And so if you're in the area, of course you can. But you can also block out a time. And then I will just utilize that time to send a video at this point. I'm planning on doing Zoom later. That hasn't been set up yet. And you can always question and ask me about, form of payment and stuff like that. But we'll get more specific, and I'm going to do way better as far as making it very simple for you. So the recent past. Oh, I love, this has come up about 4 times in the 11 readings now, and this is the Page of Wands. It's a full hand. I want to say, is it a royal flush? I keep saying it is. I hope it is. I haven't played cards in a long time. We used to years ago, my dad, my grandparents, 10 Jack, Queen, King, Ace. So yeah, beginnings. Okay, pages are the youthful of all the court cards, but pages are messengers in their own right, and it's a beginning of a new venture, relationship, idea, so very synchronistic and in tandem with what the energies of the planets are allowing and bringing in for us. And I'm very, very optimistic and confident that you're going to feel really, really excited about some of the entrepreneurial things I think that are going to take place for you, Aquarius, and a lot of people. And your energy has a lot to do with it. So thank you very much. You're setting the precedence for us. So, but yeah, that can also be a child like, nature, keeping that fun alive in your life, never letting go of that, that ability to laugh and laugh at yourself, for heaven's sakes, right? I'm big on that. So let's see what other information the story is unfolding. Your recent, I haven't gotten this yet. What a beautiful, beautiful card. They all are so pretty. 6 of Wands. This is the victory card, okay? This is you getting accolades and recognition, all the hole-in-one baskets, if you will. I think that's what this is referring to right now. Basketball, right? Just like, bam, from across the room, just one right after the other. And it's not because it hasn't been many, many hours and laborious, efforts put towards that. But gosh, it feels good when it's recognized. It's not even necessarily why you do what you do. I love anybody supporting my channel, but to be completely honest, I'm going to be doing it regardless. This is my calling. This is what I do. Spirituality is hugely a part of my life, always has been. It's a part of all of our lives, but I choose and dedicate to share with others and to uplift and to help others to recognize how incredibly capable and magnificent and wonderful you are in your own right for exactly who you are. So that's what's happening. Don't be surprised. You're in the limelight. Now, some of you may be shy or whatever. Try not to take it too personally. It might be really good for you. You might be wanting to start a channel. I mean, you get something about notoriety is very good. You might write a book. You're a thinker and a very intelligent being, Aquarius. So maybe you've had that, and your creativity is going to be very much wanting to be released. Those juices are flowing with Pisces. So I don't know what that is for you, but I think that you're thinking about it, is what I'm getting from this. And yeah, give it a try at least, right? You can do 2 things. I wouldn't say much more than that. It gets a little crazy energy-wise with that, but boy, that'd be fun. A second income or whatnot. Well, let's see about the income. I'm not seeing that yet. So that's the future card, right? No, this is basically you, okay? In your energy, which is super powerful. I always love seeing the card that represents the element, and that's you. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And Jupiter, the benevolent planet, has been in the sign of Gemini, which is very, very harmonious with the fellow air signs of Aquarius and Libra. And so it has been retrograde, but that's stationing direct in February, I think early February. And there's 6 months of it, and this could just bring just that perfect timing and just meeting the right people at the right time and finally getting noticed, and finally, even if you've done something for years and years, like I've done this channel it was close to 3, and then I had to stop for personal reasons, and I didn't want to, but I came back and I'm here. It's a different, look and vibe and stuff, but same idea. It's about spirituality. It's about readings. It's about, intention. It's about, cheerleading and supporting and sharing intuitive messages to you. So yeah, and also this represents the ability to speak very clearly and concisely, and with great confidence, and the communication is going to lead to better things. And that's kind of what you do anyway, because you want to help like everybody. You represent the Star card in the Major Arcana, and that's holding on to those dreams no matter what. You're a fixed sign. You're very stubborn in some ways, and I think stubborn can be great when it comes to keeping your love alive or keeping your dreams alive. Not being discouraged when the challenges or the blocks come in, because they're going to always happen. It doesn't mean it's not supposed to happen. I mean, there are times when I guess that is finally being shown in some ways, and you're like, okay, maybe we need to rethink, but that's not what this is. This is quite the opposite. You're cutting away circumstances and situations that aren't working, and you're also going to be in touch with other people who are going to be very beneficial for you in this this year and onward. Okay, so I don't know what field, but they're usually in, you know, important fields where they are very instrumental in helping you in whatever way that may be. Okay, so what a gorgeous 3 spread right now. Let's just clarify that. I could leave it just like this. It'd be great. But for the Page of Wands, what does that mean exactly? Is it 8 of Swords? Okay, well, while you're considering this specific idea and you're thinking, I don't know, do I invest that money in that, or do I take that extra time away from family? Do I have what it takes? And all those things we tend to ask, well, most of us, I think. You're kind of confused and you're thinking, no, but if I do, then I'm stuck and I won't be able to. Please clear the mind and go out into nature and take those deep breaths and ground yourself, hug that tree, whatever you have to do, and just release the fears and the what ifs and, you know, the things we really don't have a clue about whether it will happen or not. We've had things happen that way before. That's where the idea comes from, but that's not fair, because that doesn't mean it's going to happen again. And just seeing what comes to you. There's a lot of retrograde energy through March. Mars, as I mentioned, it finally goes direct on the 23rd of February in Cancer for about until like April. But other than that, and then a couple other planets are going to be coming along, Uranus, I mentioned. Actually, Chiron just went direct about a week or so ago, and that's the Wounded Healer. That's beautiful. But retrogrades are about really planning and reviewing and just getting everything in order so that when those energies are straightforward, it's real. Now, the Venus is another thing I want to mention, the retrograde happening between March and April. Introspection, once again, relationships, huge emphasis on relationships, okay? The last Mars, Libra, emphasis at all is going to be March 29th, because Aries has its last eclipse in that day in that month, which is their month. It's like, Aries month. Mercury will be retrograde at that time. It's going to be interesting. Please don't do anything, if you can help it, having to do with beautifying yourself, or, maybe if possible, like if you're really interested in somebody and you're thinking, this is the one, give it some time. Don't feel rushed into anything or marriage or anything like that during a retrograde, because things can change, and we see things a little differently perhaps. But don't be too freaked out or in your head about anything, okay? That's a really important message coming from there. These are thoughts. We do it all the time. Release them and go down to the heart. That's a simple answer, and hopefully something that you will continue to incorporate in your daily lives. Working and living from your heart is essential. It's the most intuitive muscle in our body. It will never let us down. So then we have the clarification to the present card, 9 of Pentacles. That's so you. You are even in a relationship, Aquarius, you're one of the most independent signs. You really, really are. And the 9 is just one away from the 10, but this is you in full, I don't know, you have everything you want. You really do. Family, you're feeling pretty good. And if you're not, you're making sure that you're looking into it and talking to the right people. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a financial expert, but you want to make sure that you're clear on anything before moving really forward. That's the best thing to do in anyone's life. But this shows that you've really done a lot of things on your own. You have yourself to be grateful for. And that's why a lot of people look at you and really admire and appreciate you. And they want to let you know that. You're a great beacon of inspiration, Aquarius, and this is showing that. So that's what this is about, with that beautiful victory, card. That's we're clarifying. And then we had the last clarification on the 10, or the King of Swords, forgive me. Oh my gosh. Well, this is a fine how-do-you-do. When you have the two, the king and the queen, it's pretty darn powerful, but it recognizes, because here's the thing, as a Libra, I'm always wanting to find that balance between the feminine and the masculine, and there's been so much masculine, and it's really about bringing, and even Aquarius is a masculine, known as a masculine sign because of the mind and the thoughts and so forth. Don't ask me. I'm just telling you that what I've studied and learned. But we all have the ability to try to balance that within ourselves. It represents a beautiful relationship with somebody or partnership, because you are equals and you really respect and appreciate each other. Could be somebody of the 3 air signs that you're involved with, and that's common a lot of times, that people of the same element will gravitate towards each other. But no, this is that harmony and balance between feminine and masculine, and using the intuition, which this Pisces energy is going to provide for us, and just go to town with it, because it's a special gift we all have. And that is your January reading. And I'm really excited, but I am going to finish with the Oracle message. It's just a last minute little message in words that will pertain, hopefully kind of culminate the reading, if you will. This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realm Oracle deck. I call it Bear and Read. And so for finishing this amazing, incredible, energetic month of January and onward, that one just fell. So we're going to pick it up. It's a flyer. And we have the River Queen, flow, letting go, and natural movement, 36. So 3 + 6 = 9. Those are my 3 favorite numbers, and that is such a very, very strong message that the universe has your back. They are with you, always have been, always will be. Ask for any kind of guidance. Open your mind and your crown chakra to their information. Write down dreams. Speak it in your phone if you can't remember, because I usually can't. But that Pisces energy of going with the flow, they are a mutable sign, and they're just the fish. They have, either direction. It's good to be strong and stand, firm in your beliefs and your convictions, but it's also good to kind of let go and let life show you things, because that's what's going to happen too. And bless you all. Thank you again for your presence, and I look forward to coming back for you in February. Take good care. Enjoy. Bye for now.